Good morning, Mom. This is Palubon, and for today's video, I will be presenting the chapter 1 of our research. Our title is all about working conditions, promoting and employee retention in tourism businesses. Chapter 1, the problem. Low employee retention in hospitality organizations results in the loss of thousands of dollars with the departure of their most valuable asset and human capital by Friedman and Kosova, 2014. The U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics 2014 reported 4.5 million total employee separations in 2014 attributed to employee turnover for reasons such as quitting, layoffs, and discharges. The general business problem is inability of some hospitality managers to retain employees at the workplace, which can result in a loss of customer satisfaction and profitability. The specific business problem is that some hospitality managers lack strategies to improve employee retention. Conceptual framework. So our study will have two sets of variables, the independent variables and the dependent variables. The independent variables will include effective working conditions. The working conditions will be categorized into job position, length of service, employment status, monthly gross income, and educational attainment. However, the dependent variables include promoting employee retention in tourism businesses, the role of function profile, which will include age, sex, marital status, and educational attainment, can affect as intervening variable in the process of assessment in the efficiency in the provision of working conditions to employees in the tourism industries. Null hypothesis. The following hypothesis will be tested at 0.05 level of significance. There is no significant relationship on the respondents' assessment on the efficiency in the provision of working conditions to employees in the tourism industries when grouped with profile. Significance of the study. This study will help business leaders distinguish one potential critical focus in their business environment. Managers and stakeholders may find this study very helpful to understand effective working conditions. This study will help to explore the strategies to improve in tourism businesses. An analysis of the contribution to business practices and implication for social change could provide industry levels with a foundation for promoting employee retention.
Hello, I'm Arthur Zamora and I'm here to tackle about the chapter 2 and 3 of our research, which is the working conditions promoting employee retention in tourism businesses. Chapter 2, which is the review of related literature and studies. This chapter presents a review of related literature and studies that are existing and have bearing to this study. However, only those studies that show their findings and relative relevance to this present research. The related literature, employee retention is the leading concern in business by Grumman and Sachs 2011, by showing some of the factors that affect an employee's intention to leave an organization. Managers may address those factors to avoid unplanned turnover. Exploring retention strategies may enhance productivity and social responsibility, as well as improve company morale. job satisfaction and retention of an organization's employees. Employee retention is a critical issue for business leaders. Managers face some of the lowest employee retention rates of any industry, which leads in poor customer satisfaction and decreased profitability. Job satisfaction. Employee satisfaction with their job is vital to the success of any business. Walsh 2013 noted that strong employee satisfaction scores correlated with a lower intention to terminate employment. In addressing an employee's need deficiencies, McConnell 2011 started that managers can suggest strategies that an organization can implement to address employee need deficiencies. Organizational leaders have the capability to provide employee satisfaction through work. Satisfied employees become increasingly aware of their work environment. In recruitment and retention, Frankis 2008 discussed in this study that policies and practices on talent management, recruitment and retention policy can play an important role in decreasing the attrition rates. Oracle White Paper 2012, it is discussed that recruiting the right person in the first place would be the best practices for retention of employees. In related studies, Horn and Griffith 1995 described in a study that the process of encouraging employees to stay for a long period of time till the project completion is termed as retention.
The Chapter 3, the research method. This chapter details the various research methodologies that are used in the study. This comprises the research design, research environment, respondents of the study, sampling procedure, data gathering procedure, research instrument use, and statistical treatment of data. Research design. The study will employ the descriptive method of research. This type of research will describe the data and characteristics about what is being studied. It will also present a picture of the specific details of a situation, social setting, and relationship. The study will aim to assess the working conditions of promoting the retention in tourism businesses and to the Iligan City employees and determine the possible monitoring systems and evaluating the effectiveness and efficiency, which will be the basis for implementing and sustainable development of the community. As such, the study will utilize the method will be the most fitted for the assess the challenge in implementing working conditions in tourism businesses. So the research environment, the study will have its sitting in Iligan City. Iligan, officially the city of Iligan, Cebuano, Dakbayan sa Iligan, Tagalog, lungsod ng Iligan, is a first-class, highly urbanized city in the region of northern Mindanao, Philippines. According to the 2015 census, it has a population of 342,618 people. It is geographically within the province of Lanao del Norte but administered independently from the province. It was once part of Central Mindanao Region 12 until the province was moved under Northern Mindanao Region 10 in 2001. Iligan is approximately 90 kilometers away from the capital of the province, Tubod, and approximately 800 kilometers from the capital of the Philippines, Manila. Iligan has a total land area of 813.37 square kilometers, making it one of the 10 largest cities in the Philippines in terms of land area. So it's so big. Among the 33 highly urbanized cities of the Philippines, Iligan is the third less dense with a population density of 421 inhabitants per square kilometer. So research of the study and sampling procedure. So, since the primary agenda of the research is to collect and consolidate data quantitative that will elucidate the level of awareness and effectiveness of the promoting employee retention in tourism businesses, the researcher will consolidate the number of trainees in each qualification. So, however, the researcher will employ the use of Cochrane's formula to determine the needed number of respondents for the study. With this, there will 150 total respondents subjected to the conduct of study using survey questionnaires out of 200 total beneficiaries of the various employees. So the researcher will institute personal interviews to few key beneficiaries of employees in Ligan City for the purpose of conducting focused group discussion or FGD. 3 graduates respondents in each qualification will be involved. Below in tabular presentation of the number of respondents based on the table. So there's a table here. So respondents or the employees, then the total population and the sample. So the job position, the total population is 45 and the sample is 20. The length of service, the total population is 35 and the sample is 35 also. Employment status, the total population is 50 and the sample is 25. The monthly gross income is total population is 40 and the sample is 30. The educational attainment is the total population is 30 and the sample is 40, and the total the overall total is 200, the total population, and the sample is 150. So research instrument use, we have here the use of survey questionnaires, interview, and the focused group discussion as tools in gathering the data will help the researcher in answering directly the problems of the study, leading to the analysis of data gathered. So, by means of this, the researcher will be able to expound and analyze difference and relationships, determine effective strategies, disclose concerns and issues, and use the data gathered for purposes of decision making and formulation of strategic plans. So data gathering procedure. In data gathering process, the total number of trainees will be consolidating as the basis for determining the required number of respondents of the study. An approval to conduct the said data gathering will be secured first through a written request addressed to the LGU. So for their assistance in informing the respondents the purposes of the study. So, statistical tool use is the following statistical tools were used to analyze the data gathered to answer the problem stated in the study. So, in problem 1, frequency counts and percentage means will be used in determining the following. 1. Assessment in the efficiency in the provision of working conditions to employees in the tourism industries. 2. Demographic profile of the respondents, job position, length of service, employment status, monthly gross income, and educational attainment. However, Cochrane formula is used to compute the required number of respondents to be utilized in data gathering. Furthermore, chi-square will be utilized in determining the significant relationship between the working conditions to the employee retention.